Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the main event of the evening. And this fight will be 3 rounds, and it will be contested in the lightweight division. Introducing first, the fighter in the NOS Energy blue corner. This man hails from Providence, Rhode Island, and he is representing New England Combat. He has a record of 9 wins and 6 losses. He weighed in at a ready 155.2 pounds. Please welcome Luis Felix. And his opponent in the main event tonight is in the 888 Poker Red Corner. He hails from Toronto, Ontario, Woodbridge, Ontario, and is representing M1 Thai Boxing. He has a record of 6 wins and only 1 loss. He weighed in at 155.4 pounds. Please welcome Alex Ricci. The referee for this bout will be Mr. Yves Levine.
All time will be my commitment all time. If you want to touch it up, do it.
Welcome back to Fight Network's presentation of Substance Cage Combat.
This is your main event.
Our main event.
Have a
brought
great
to you
fight,
by
gentlemen.
NOS Energy Drink. John Ramdeen and Robin Black calling the action. Alex Ricci set to do battle with Luis Rockstar Felix.
This Felix is a tough kid. We know how good Ricci is. We've seen him around Southern Ontario for quite a while. Felix is 6-2 in his last 8 after starting his career, about 500, but including a win over Joe Proctor, UFC vet Joe Proctor. When Ricci was preparing for him, he was really concerned with the counter right hook of Felix. And Billy Martin, his boxing coach, has been training to deal with that because this kid's got a good one.
Some nice feints for Ricci. Targeting that inside thigh, trying to disrupt the mobility of Felix.
Ricci has a long Muay Thai pedigree, 43-12.
Oh, and look at this! Felix hurts the Canadian, goes in for the kill. Alex Ricci on the retreat. And now Felix senses that end could be near, goes in for the takedown.
It was the counter right hook that we talked about, and the kid just has a really slick one. Nice takedown defense, and then ending on top by Alex Ricci. Ricci's a very well-rounded athlete. People think of him as a Thai fighter as we see him pass the side here.
But he's competed in jiu-jitsu competitions, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's done well. He wrestles with Chad Pearson, who's an elite wrestler, and has quality Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Nice takedown defense, but it's his striking that people are the most aware of. But man, beautiful, beautiful hook by Felix there. And it dinged him, you could see it. And he's probably still not recovered.
And Robin, that's a testament to Ricci's toughness, the fact that he was able to come back from a big shot like that.
Yeah, and he's handling it very smartly. He worked the top game, and now he's staying very close, got his head in the face, two underhooks where possible. Now he's got both, and he's gonna try to slow this down, clear out a few cobwebs, and maybe throw some punches on the exit here. But you gotta be careful of this Felix's right hand. That hook is lightning fast.
For Felix, 9 victories, 8 of them by finish.
Yeah, and a lot of them by knockout with that right hand. You see, he may well be a right-handed fighter with a wrestling background who, instead of converting back, kept that right leg forward mentality of the wrestler, and that gives him a very strong right hand. So he's a right-handed guy fighting from the southpaw stance, and that makes him very dangerous and a different kind of guy.
Luis Felix also has a victory over tough alum and Bellator veteran Mark Stevens. So he's been in there with some gamers.
Yes, he has. And he wins the big fights, and he wins the tough fights. And it's tough finding a fight for Ricci when people look him up and they see all the Thai experience. This kid was more than happy, wanted this fight. Ricci here has done a great job after being dropped there of staying mobile and moving, staying to the outside more often. He's moving to his right now, but he's moving to his left more often away from that power.
Right now we're seeing him with his back against the cage, and I have a feeling this is a place that he does not want to be.
No, it's not, and he's seeing a lot of different things from Felix here. But he's got a high-impact kick here and against the open side from the southpaw stance of Felix. He's going to be able to use that right hand. Him and Billy Martin work extensively on that right hand. Got to be careful.
Nice right kick to the body of Felix.
Yeah, he's throwing that a few times. It's starting to work, and then going to the inside leg as well.
Ricci starting to get very comfortable here. You can tell that Felix is comfortable.
Felix this is what he's born to do. You know, started fighting before he had fully developed the skill set. So, you know, he won as many as he lost. But like I said, 6 of his last 8, all wins against very tough competition.
Robin, a very difficult round to score. As you can see, Ricci chipping away at his American counterpart. But it was Luis Felix who landed the biggest shot of the round thus far.
Yeah, but he hasn't done as much since. So you take that punch away, and this is an Alex Ricci round for sure. And if it was boxing, this would be a Luis Felix round with the knockdown. But, you know, we've got some new judges at cage side, and it's tough. You're going to want to assume, if you're either guy, that you lost this round and come out guns blazing in round 2. But you still got to be smart. These are 2 dangerous guys.
Looking to target the body once again is Luis Felix.
Ricci using that outside leg kick, and now the inside one as well. You know, you got a guy whose hands are his weapon. You can just control the distance a little bit better and go back to your Muay Thai training, go back to that experience. This is this guy's foundation in this sport.
Ricci's kicks on full display, but it's the heart and power of Luis Felix that could allow him to steal that round. Very competitive first round. Ricci very, very active, but he ate a big shot. Luis Felix trying to find his rhythm.
I hope we get to see the replay of that counter right there. It is. Just moving forward. Look at it here. There. Boom. Man, beautiful as he just fades away to his right. Entered with a kick here. This is not going to be as big as impact. That's off the arm, but that right hook, that counter right hook, we almost saw it again there. Then he started going to the body as well. These were his best moments other than that big punch. Ricci had opportunities to counter in there, but since he got dinged so hard there, he's really paying attention to his defense. Man, look at the commitment to these body shots. Beautiful little right hook on the inside by Ricci as well. But Felix came forward in that exchange.
That fight replay brought to you by Bacardi Oakart. We are getting set for round number 2 from this 155-pound main event. Alex Ricci, Luis Felix.
I don't know who would win that round, but if you're an inexperienced judge and you saw how committed Felix was to it, you definitely give him that round. And he may have won it on anybody's scorecard. So if you're Ricci, Billy Martin, Lachlan Chang, and Chad Pearson, his guys, you want to assume we need the next 2 or we need to finish this guy. So we're going to probably see Ricci start a little more aggressive here. But again, that plays into the hands of Felix with that nice counterpunching. Very interesting fight.
And Felix seems very, what's the word? Well, composed is one word. He seems just very relaxed in there, where Ricci seems a little agitated.
Yeah, he's definitely thinking, and you know, man, yeah, one tough shot, one shot that puts you down, you don't talk about it a lot, but it can change the complexion of the whole fight. That's trauma to the head, and trauma to the head changes the way you see things, changes the way you process things. Ricci is an incredibly hard-working athlete. But now you've got a guy in front of you who's very confident. There's that right hook again.
And Robin, we do know that Alex Ricci has spent some time in Florida working on his mixed martial arts skill set.
Yeah, he went down and worked with some UFC vets and some quality guys down there at ATT. Charles McCarthy, Chainsaw Charles, legendary UFC figure. Yeah, great dude. Brought him down and did some work with him. He trained with all the best guys in Ontario. This is a thoroughbred. This is a really, really talented prospect. And he's got another tough test here in front of him. But you know, at this stage of your career, every test is tough. If you want to get to the top, there's other guys just like you. And you've got to take tougher fights than them, and you got to win them.
Luis Felix ready to put his striking on display. He's ready to showcase his power, because you can tell he's got some.
Yeah, and Felix's best trait so far mentally is this willingness and this relaxation. You know, a lot of people are afraid of a thick, well-moving striker with a ton of experience, and this kid just keeps coming forward. But if he gets too relaxed, he's going to get hurt as well. So it's a real chess match in here between these two very different athletes.
Ricci, though, playing a great game thus far, chipping away at his opponent, because of course those leg kicks those light up.
Oh yeah, and slow a guy down, and then it frustrates a guy. So you see your guy, Felix come in here lunging. If you can get him frustrated and make him pay for lunging in on you, that can be the end of the fight.
But right now it's Ricci kind of retreating. Luis Felix moving forward, stalking the Canadian.
Let's see if Felix gets frustrated and overcommits. But Ricci appears to be doing enough in this round. He's landed all the shots. He's been picking away at him. But one big shot, one big right hook, if it does that kind of damage again, can make a judge see it the other way or put you away.
And you almost feel that that's what Felix is waiting for Ricci to make a mistake, overcommit, and then he can capitalize with the counter.
Yeah, and it's a smart strategy, but it means being in there longer. And the longer you're in there with an educated striker, the more danger that you're facing. But yeah, for Felix, he's like, all I need is one. He's proved that early in round one, and that's what he wants here. He wants to land one clean one.
The one, and then you follow that up once your opponent is hurt.
Yeah, and that's what he wants here. You can see it's back to that right hand, that right hook weapon. Ricci's playing a very smart, very educated game here. But, the same goes both ways. Once Ricci can land one clean one as well, he can turn the tide that way. And for both guys, it's a bit of a chess match.
And there's a big shot landed by Ricci, and Luis Felix immediately retreats.
Huge left hook right to the right orbital bone, lands
and another.
again.
This one could be over. Ricci going in for the kill. Referee Yves Levine taking a very close look at what is going down. Ricci using the Muay Thai clinch to land a knee, and look how tough this Luis Felix is. A beautiful knee landed by Ricci to the body. He has Felix extremely hurt.
Felix's vision, his depth perception, it's all been thrown off here. He's super willing and he's super tough, but he is in some danger. If Ricci doubles up his jab and comes in, throws the right hand behind it, he can fit. There it is.
And there it is. And Robin, I don't know if Ricci realizes how hurt Luis Felix is as he slams that shin into the thigh.
Oh, Felix is hurt. The right side of his face has changed its shape. He's damaged here. That was an enormous left hook. That's the thing with strikers of this caliber. One shot, and we've seen one from both guys hurt each other here.
A beautiful push kick followed by the attack of the inside thigh. Wow, what a great round for Alex Ricci as we take a look at what transpired in round number 2. This fight replay brought to you by 888 Poker.
Oh, he faked the takedown. Watch this. Loads it. It also serves to load the left hook, and boom, on the outstretched left hand. You see the impact, and then he had no choice. This was as close to finishing a fight as you can get. He had him blinded, he had him hurt, his vision impaired, dinged to the head. Ricci just jumped on him once he had him hurt. Both guys have been in this situation in this fight. Ricci either hit him a little bit harder or knew what to do a little better once he had him hurt. And I saw Billy Martin pointing at him, and I know Billy very, very well, and he would have been screaming, I told you, you need to be confident in these punches.
Third and final round about to get underway. It is our main event here on Substance Cage Combat. Alex Ricci, Luis Felix.
Well, I think we know everything we need to know about Felix's toughness. He was in a lot of trouble there.
And Robin, you have to imagine that he's still hurt going into this third round.
And I don't know if he can see out of that side, and it just affected his vision. That left foot just popped up. He didn't even see it coming. If you're Ricci, you're going to be picking, and his corners, you're going to be picking up on that.
And would that be the game plan? Target that right eye.
Well, it's tough for the average fighter to target anything other than let's try to hit the head. But for a very educated striker like Alex Ricci, that you can see it. That's exactly what he's doing. Through that kick up there, throwing the left hook. And once you get him worried about protecting that, it opens up the other corridors for the straight right hand and the right kick.
And the luxury Ricci will have is that Luis Felix will be thinking if that's what he's targeting, then he can go for other things.
and make him so worried about protecting that other choices are available. And you see him now switch to the orthodox, and I don't know if he can really gauge the range here. I don't know if Ricci realizes how much he has him hurt, because ever since that...
And the referee calls a halt to the action. I would imagine bringing in the doctor just to ensure, and Robin, I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight.
Yeah, because it looks like his vision is impaired, and it's tough to say. You know, we got some great doctors here in Ontario who work MMA. Yeah, that's exactly it. They're concerned with his vision here. He took a big shot. And that orbital bone breaks so easily. Young fighters, you know, people don't realize how frequently that bone and the nasal bones break in high caliber fights.
Well, that's the thing. They don't break easily. They break easily when somebody slams their fist or elbow into it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, look at the willingness of this kid. He's kind of glancing, just squinting out of that right eye, but he's still willing and he's still coming forward.
And you know, Robin, what they say sometimes, the most dangerous animal is a herd animal.
Yeah, and this is a herd animal right here, and you see him coming forward, loading up that left foot.
But Luis Felix responds with a kick to the body. Now it's Ricci backpedaling.
Man, Felix wants this fight. This is a great test for any young athlete to be able to face a guy like this. A guy, you're going to have to choke him till he's unconscious or knock him out of consciousness, because he will keep coming and keep coming. It's a great test for Ricci. Injuring him, landing that big shot has turned things his way, but Felix is in this fight.
Ricci starting to feel his groove here in the third round. Starting to put together his kicks and his punches, going up high and low, mixing things up, which is a must as he has his opponent hurt.
Yeah, and smart. You know, Ricci was hurt in that first as well. We don't know how much damage that did to him. And, you know, often when a guy is hurt, you hurt a wrestler, what's the first thing he does? He goes back to wrestling. Yeah. You know, he tries to take you down. You hurt a Thai fighter, and all of a sudden, Ricci has extremely educated boxing. Billy Martin, one of the best boxing coaches around, and they work that diligently. He's good at everything. But you see here, he has resumed his Thai fighting career in this fight. Super mobile, keeping at a kicking distance, you know, and that's a sign often that a guy has been really dinged, when he goes back to what he started with.
Ricci just keeping Felix at bay, utilizing those kicks. Excellent sprawl. Will he try to take the back, or will he just disengage to use his strikes once again, as we are less than 2 minutes away?
He likes to come around and throw knees to the body if he can get past that left arm. You know, there's a number of chokes you can work from here. He may go past the right arm as well, take his left knee and put it into the body here. Nope, it's that way. Yeah, the right knee. He likes to throw that. Yeah, it harkens back again to those Thai days. But, you know, as much as this is the front face lock is a great position, I think the strongest statement he made here was defending that takedown with his really improved wrestling. He's a real strong wrestler. And that's tough to deal with. You can't take a guy down who's hurting you on the feet. We don't know Felix under there. You know, you're just this kind of grip. If you have damaged the bones in your face, everything hurts. You know, pressure on the side of the face from the front face lock will hurt you.
Ricci doing a fantastic job of just chipping away, making sure the judges know that he is in control of this contest.
Well, he did the big damage in round 2, and here in round 3, been in total control as he's taking advantage of the injury that he did to Felix, as well as the damage that he's done to him and his own confidence coming up. Felix hurt him in round 1. Ricci came back, but Felix may have taken round 1. But if this fight ends in this position, you've got to think Alex Ricci has the last 2 rounds.
Well, Felix has got to do something. He has to disengage, get up, and try to look for the knockout. Again, of course, easier said than done, but if that's your only option, you got to do it.
Well, he landed one big punch in this fight, and that one big punch was able to drop this man. So he's got to know that he can do it. And man, right now he is taking shots to the side of the head. Reaches ground and pound, his positioning, his wrestling positioning, as you see that shoulder high in the spine.
And a nice head kick. That partially scores for Ricci, but Felix continues to move forward, and that is it. That is all. That is everything. The main event in the books. Both of these guys battled it out. They overcame adversity. Alex Ricci was dropped. Luis Felix was hurt.
That's what you do with a guy who can't see out of one side of his face. Look, you saw nothing coming there. Just got him with the toes. If he got with higher in the foot or the shin, it was over. Kicked on the exit too. Ricci got hurt bad in round 1, and he showed a lot in being able to come back from that and take over, hurt his opponent, and win the next 2 rounds.
That fight replay brought to you by NOS Energy. The official decision coming up, brought to you by
Ladies and gentlemen,
888
please
Poker.
put your hands together for both these 2 fighters. We have a unanimous decision in the main event tonight. All 3 judges score this bout 29-28 for your winner, Alex Ricci.
No surprises
put it
there.
together for
Alex
the incredible
Ricci
heart
getting it
and
done.
toughness of Luis Felix. Incredible heart, son. Alex, man, that is one tough dude you just fought. Man, it looked like, actually in the first round, he dropped you with a right hook early. Were you scrambled after that?
Absolutely, I was definitely scrambled, but from my previous stoppage from Jesse Ronson, I learned to not engage, back out, circle, take my time to engage again. So.
Well, and that's exactly what you did. You showed a lot of class, a lot of ring generalship. You were very, very, very patient and waited for your opportunity. Once you got hit hard, was that the plan?
Absolutely. You know, I was worried for a second, but I believe in myself. I believe in my training and all the guys that I surround myself with. I gotta thank God, my family, my coaches.
That guy was so tough, man. It looked like he could not see out of one eye. They brought the doctors in. I thought he had a broken orbital bone. Incredible toughness. Talk about how classy that guy was.
Wow. Incredibly tough, durable fighter, had a lot of heart. You could tell he came here hungry, wanted to knock me out. So I was ready for that.
Well, man, you did what you had to do, Alex. Congratulations on a great fight. Who do you got to thank?
I gotta thank everybody that showed up tonight. I love you all for the support. Thank you to the promoter, Neil, Grants MMA, Parabellum, M1 Thai Boxing, Empire, Billy Martin, Lachlan Chang, Chad Pearson, Stevie, Bang Fitness. I love you guys for getting me in such incredible shape. My friends, my family, I love you, Mom, Dad, my sister, happy birthday. I love you all.
Congratulations on a great performance. Your winner, Alex Ricci, tonight. And I want to congratulate Substance Cage Combat, Alain Halmajan, Sean Pearson, Neil Forrester, the franchise. Thank you all for coming. See you next time.